Hello everyone and welcome to my The Young and the Restless official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Young and the Restless preview video for the week of March 2nd 6 reveals that Victor Newman will carry out yet another abduction plot, so the Abbotts will be left reeling soon enough. YNR's weekly promo kicks off with Noah Newman at Crimson Lights, where he asks Sharon Newman if she's heard from Nick Newman today. Sharon will grow concerned when Noah admits he hasn't been able to get in touch with his dad. Nick's vanishing act will leave Noah nervous, so Sharon will worry too since she hasn't heard from him either. Sharon may assume Nick's gone rogue to deal with Matt or that Matt's done something sinister to keep him away. Regardless, Sharon will be on a mission to solve this Nick mystery and make sure he's safe. Of course, it's also possible Nick will be drugged out somewhere as he isolates himself from the people who care about him. Nick has plenty of struggles in his life right now, including the fentanyl use that he's hiding. Next, Kane Ashby will pay Phyllis Summers a visit with another pitch about surrendering Newman control. Phyllis will wonder what Kane's going to do to sway her, so Kane will hint about a tempting offer. "I think I have something that you want so bad you won't be able to refuse," Kane insists in the weekly preview clip. While Kane intrigues Phyllis with a tantalizing proposal, Billy will get some alarming news regarding Jack. It turns out Victor will snatch Jack to use him as leverage, so YNR's abduction trend will continue. It won't be long until Billy makes his way to the Abbott mansion, where he'll shock Diane Jenkins Abbott and Kyle Abbott with this kidnapping development. "Victor just told me that if I don't hand Chancellor back to him by the end of the day, we will never see Jack again," Billy admits in the weekly promo. That could bring a debate about whether they should call Victor's bluff. Billy might argue that Nicky Newman would never allow Victor to harm Jack or keep him away from his family indefinitely. Billy may not want to give up Chancellor without a fight, but Diane and Kyle may worry Victor's capable of anything now that he's lost the Newman empire. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Billy will have to decide whether he's willing to surrender Chancellor and trade it for Jack's safe return, so stay tuned. The week ahead in The Young and the Restless is shaping up to be one of tension, secrets, and shocking twists, a week where every Newman and Abbott in Genoa City could feel the walls closing in. Victor Newman is back with yet another audacious scheme, and this time his latest abduction plot is set to leave the Abbotts reeling. The story begins at the cozy, familiar corner of Crimson Lights, where Noah Newman sits across from Sharon Newman, coffee in hand, her brow furrowed with concern. "Have you heard from Nick today?" Noah asks, his voice tight, almost hesitant. The question hangs in the air like a storm about to break. Sharon's eyes narrow with worry, and the tension is immediate because when Noah admits he hasn't been able to reach his father, the unease spreads like wildfire. Nick Newman's disappearance isn't just inconvenient, it's unsettling, nerve-wracking, and filled with uncertainty. Noah fidgets, his hands gripping the edge of the table as he admits he's tried to call, text, even track him down, all without success. Sharon feels that familiar pang of dread that only comes when someone you love vanishes without explanation. She starts piecing together the possibilities. Has Nick gone rogue to handle Matt on his own? Or has Matt somehow orchestrated this, keeping Nick away, manipulating him in some dangerous way? Whatever the truth, Sharon is determined. Her protective instincts ignite, and she won't rest until she uncovers the mystery and makes sure Nick is safe. The tension deepens when the reality of Nick's struggles is laid bare. Behind the vanishing act, he battles his own demons, a secret fentanyl use that isolates him even further from the people who care most. His silence isn't just frustrating, it's heartbreaking, a stark reminder of how fragile life can feel when addiction takes hold. Meanwhile, across Genoa City, another story of intrigue begins to unfold. Kane Ashby has a visit planned with Phyllis Summers, and the air between them is electric with anticipation. Kane isn't coming empty-handed. He has a proposition, one so tempting that it could sway even the most cautious heart. "I think I have something that you want so bad you won't be able to refuse," Kane says, his words deliberate, weighted with promise and subtle challenge. Phyllis listens, intrigued, sensing that Kane's offer is more than just business. It's a carefully calculated move in a game where every player has something to lose. But just as Kane dangles his mysterious proposal, chaos is brewing elsewhere. Billy Abbott receives news that stops him in his tracks, news that could shake the very foundations of the Abbott family. Victor Newman has struck again, and this time his target is Jack. The mastermind has no intention of playing fair. Jack will become leverage, a pawn in Victor's relentless quest for control. Billy rushes to the Abbott mansion, his mind racing as he delivers the shocking update to Diane Jenkins Abbott and Kyle Abbott. Victor just told me that if I don't hand Chancellor back to him by the end of the day, we will never see Jack again, he confesses, the words hanging heavy in the room. The weight of the threat presses down on them all. Diane and Kyle exchange glances, the fear in their eyes unspoken but palpable. How far is Victor willing to go now that he's lost the Newman empire? Is there a line he won't cross? Billy grapples with the impossible choice before him, surrender Chancellor to ensure Jack's safety or stand his ground and risk losing his brother forever. Every option is dangerous, every decision fraught with moral peril. He imagines Nikki Newman's fierce determination, the lengths she would go to protect her family. Could she stop Victor if push came to shove? The questions multiply, and the tension is unbearable, every second ticking like a drumbeat toward disaster. As the week unfolds, The Young and the Restless promises a gripping dance of loyalty, betrayal, and the kind of high-stakes tension that leaves hearts racing and viewers on the edge of their seats. From Nick's mysterious absence and hidden struggles to Kane's tantalizing schemes and Billy's harrowing dilemma over Jack's fate, every moment is charged with emotional intensity. Genoa City is a city on edge, and no one is safe from the shadows that Victor Newman casts. Stay tuned, because this week every secret has consequences. Every choice carries weight, and the line between family and loyalty, power and love might just blur in ways no one sees coming. The week ahead in The Young and the Restless promises tension, heartbreak, and high-stakes drama that will leave Genoa City reeling. As the city's tangled web of power, obsession, and desperation unravels, one man's schemes threaten to shake the lives of everyone he touches. Victor Newman is back in action, and this time his plans will hit closer to home than ever. It all begins at Crimson Lights, where Noah Newman sits across from Sharon, nursing his usual quiet anxiety. His voice carries an edge of worry as he admits, almost reluctantly, that he hasn't heard from his father Nick all day. Sharon's brow furrows with concern, her instincts kicking in immediately. She knows Nick, sometimes reckless, often stubborn, but always someone who can't be ignored. And yet today he's vanished. Noah's hands fidget with his coffee cup. He confesses that he's tried calling, texting, even reaching out to mutual friends. But nothing. Nick has disappeared into the unknown. Sharon, already weighed down by her own fears and the memories of past losses, feels a pang of dread. Could Nick have gone rogue, taking matters into his own hands to confront Matt? Or worse, could Matt be involved somehow, keeping Nick away, manipulating him from the shadows? The tension hangs thick in the air, and the camera might linger on Sharon's face, capturing the flicker of fear that crosses her eyes. Determination quickly replaces it. This is Sharon Newman we're talking about, a woman who has survived heartbreak, betrayal, and tragedy. She's not about to stand by. With every step, every phone call, she's on a mission to uncover the truth and bring Nick back safely. Yet there's a lingering shadow over this mystery, a haunting possibility that Nick could be somewhere alone, isolated, struggling with his hidden battles, fighting the fentanyl that has crept into his life. His disappearance isn't just a mystery, it's a ticking clock with stakes that feel impossibly high. Meanwhile, in a more calculated corner of Genoa City, Kane Ashby makes his move. He arrives at Phyllis Summers' door with a confidence that is part charm, part intrigue. Phyllis, ever sharp and wary, raises an eyebrow. She knows Kane well enough to suspect that whatever he's about to propose isn't just a casual suggestion, it's a game-changing offer. "I think I have something that you want so bad you won't be able to refuse," Kane says, his tone low, persuasive, carrying just enough allure to make Phyllis pause. The tension between them crackles, a mix of curiosity, ambition, and the unspoken dance of power. What is Kane really after? And how far will Phyllis go when her desires are dangled in front of her like a shimmering prize? The intrigue is only part of the storm brewing. Across town, a darker, more dangerous plot is already in motion. Billy Abbott is blindsided with chilling news. Victor Newman has his sights on Jack. True to his ruthless, unrelenting nature, Victor plans to snatch Jack, using him as leverage to reclaim control. The city's undercurrent of fear intensifies, a reminder that in Victor's world, no one is safe and no bond, family or business is sacred. Billy rushes to the Abbott mansion, urgency etched into every movement, every step echoing the gravity of his message. Diane Jenkins Abbott and Kyle Abbott are already tense, but the words that spill from Billy's lips send a shockwave through the room. Victor just told me that if I don't hand Chancellor back to him by the end of the day, we will never see Jack again. Billy reveals, the weight of the threat sinking in. The room falls silent, a pause heavy with fear, anger, and disbelief. How could Victor go this far? Can anyone outmaneuver him? A debate erupts quietly at first, then passionately. Billy argues that Nikki Newman would never allow Victor to harm Jack permanently, that hope still exists, that fighting back is not only possible, it's necessary. But Diane and Kyle can't shake the chilling reality. Victor Newman is a man who has lost almost everything and yet seems unstoppable, more dangerous than ever before. The stakes have never been higher, and the question lingers like a shadow over every conversation. How far is Billy willing to go? Will he surrender Chancellor to ensure Jack's safety or risk everything on the fragile hope that they can outsmart Victor? As the week unfolds, every character faces impossible choices, dangerous temptations, and the emotional weight of consequences that could change Genoa City forever. From the tense streets outside Crimson Lights to the quiet, anxious walls of the Abbott mansion, The Young and the Restless delivers a tapestry of suspense, heartbreak, and high-stakes drama that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Because in Genoa City, nothing is ever truly safe, and everyone is just one decision away from disaster. As the night deepens over Genoa City, shadows seem to grow longer, and every familiar street feels charged with a quiet, unsettling tension. Sharon doesn't sleep. She paces her living room, phone in hand, replaying every missed call, every unanswered text. Her mind races through the possibilities. Nick, lost in his own battles or trapped somewhere against his will. There's fear in her chest, sharp and gnawing, but beneath it, a stubborn determination refuses to yield. She knows she can't control everything, but she can try, and sometimes trying is all that stands between hope and despair. Meanwhile, Victor Newman is already several moves ahead. He is calculating, cold and unyielding, the kind of presence that makes even the bravest in Genoa City falter. Every detail of his abduction plan for Jack is meticulously orchestrated, designed not just to intimidate, but to bend those who oppose him to his will. Billy can feel the weight of that power bearing down, the relentless pressure of time and morality colliding. As he debates whether to confront Victor or concede, the inner turmoil is visible in every flicker of doubt, every strained sigh. The question isn't just about strategy, it's about loyalty, love, and whether some sacrifices are too great, no matter the stakes. Back at the Abbott mansion, Diane and Kyle watch Billy closely, their faces mirrors of anxiety and disbelief. They know Victor's reputation for ruthlessness. They know he's lost the empire, but not the edge that makes him dangerous. Every heartbeat seems louder, every tick of the clock a reminder that Jack's safety hangs in the balance. The conversation becomes a careful negotiation of trust, strategy, and hope. Each word weighed for its potential to tip the scales. At the same time, Kane and Phyllis are still locked in their own delicate dance of persuasion and desire. Kane's words echo in the empty halls after he leaves, leaving Phyllis to ponder whether ambition, love, or loyalty will guide her next move. The camera might linger on her face, a mix of temptation and calculation, as she contemplates a choice that could change not just her future, but the balance of power in Genoa City itself. And somewhere alone, Nick Newman wrestles with his own demons. The fentanyl he's hiding, the isolation he's chosen, the guilt and shame, it all converges into a private storm that no one else can see. Every moment he spends away from those who care about him feels like a chasm widening between him and the world. He is a man in hiding, not just from others, but from himself, teetering on the edge of a choice that could either destroy him or finally force him to confront the reality he's been running from. As these parallel stories unfold, the tension in Genoa City thickens. Every character faces a decision with irreversible consequences. Every conversation carries the weight of hidden motives and fragile alliances. And through it all, one truth remains. In this city, trust is rare, power is fragile, and love is tested in ways that feel almost unbearable. By the time the week comes to a close, the city will be left questioning who can be trusted, who will triumph, and who might be lost forever. Sharon's pursuit of Nick, Billy's desperate gamble to save Jack, Kane's tantalizing proposal to Phyllis, and Victor's relentless schemes are all threads in a tapestry of suspense, heartache, and drama that only the young and the restless can deliver. Every heartbeat, every whisper, every choice carries weight. And in a city where nothing is as it seems, one wrong move could change everything. Because in Genoa City, the stakes are never low, the danger never far, and the consequences never forget.